Mother started crying. People wish on shooting stars. I used to wish on flying aeroplanes. It was the first time I ever saw my father crying. Don't let your financial situation define your dreams. No, I'm not a business owner, and no, I don't earn a six-figure income every month. I'm just a small town girl from India who managed to win this big fully funded scholarship, and now I'm here in Indonesia pursuing my higher education. And this video is for those who are struggling financially but have big dreams. I want this story to be that slight source of motivation or hope in your life so that you don't give up and keep going, because hard work does pay off, guys, and this is one of the stories where miracles happen. Let's start with my childhood. So, I grew up in this lower middle class family from a small town in Maharashtra, India. My father is a 9 to 5 worker who he works in this industrial company. As for my mother, she's a housewife. Well, both my father and mother, they are not that educationally qualified. Like, both of them started working once they graduated high school. But as for me, they decided that we want a girl to receive the best quality education. That's why they admitted me in this school, which is one of the best schools in town. It was a convent school. And starting from my pre-KG education until class 10th, I studied there. Even though my parents were struggling financially, they made sure that I graduate from that school only. And the thing is that my father worked really hard, because that school, it was so expensive. It was one of the elite class schools, and almost all of the salary that my father used to earn, it'd go in paying the fees for my school. And also I have a younger brother, so same applies for him too. And most of my education, it was completed depending on loans. And then even my mother started working. She started a small business in my home, and yeah, that's how things used to operate. But yeah, I love my parents. I think it's because of that decision of theirs, and maybe because I got to study in that school, I now have those skills. First thing, my English is good, and a lot of other things that I know how to survive in this outer world. But anyways, once I started gaining maturity, I knew that um, my family is not doing that great financially. Even my mother used to help me realize that the whatever I'm receiving is already more than enough. So I had this realization, and I never used to complain. I never wanted to complain. I never complained. And when I graduated, like from grade 10th, I thought that now maybe I'm grown up, so let me just uh, release the burden of my father, and let me just opt for affordable school. So I tried to get admission in this government school in India. Maybe if you are from India, you must have heard about Kendriya Vidyalayas. And yeah, I tried for that, and luckily I got in. And my grade 11 and 12 both were completed in that school. Um, Everything well and good until this. But once I graduated grade 12th, or let's say when I was in grade 12th actually, I realized another thing again, that if I want to pursue my higher education, it won't be possible for my father to fund it. Because even if he does, even if he takes a lot of loans and tries to manage it somehow, I just knew that no, this is not possible, because his debt is already piling up. And that's why when I was in grade 12th actually, I decided that okay, no matter what, I have to be independent. I need to do this on my own, because I don't want to disturb my parents anymore, because they've already done enough and I know how tired they are. So when I was in grade 12th, actually COVID pandemic happened, and I started thinking like, okay, what can I do? I only have a year in my hand, and I I want to study further, you know. I don't want to give up on my education because I don't want to live a mediocre life, guys, and I don't want my parents to live a mediocre life ahead of this as well. So I knew that one day I am going to be the sole provider for the family. So I decided that maybe I should try applying for jobs. And at that time, it's like it was COVID, I had no laptop, and all I had was hope. And so there was this advertisement I saw on Google saying that this one company in my town, they need content writers. I took my phone, I called the number given, and I was just like, "Hi, I'm Mansi. I saw your ad on Google saying that you need content writers. Well, I don't have any qualifications, I'm just in grade 12, but my English is good. If I can give it a try, I'd be really happy." Um, they said yes. They were like, "Okay, Mansi, we'll give you a chance. Like, we'll provide you few article titles, and you can write articles for us and just show us 2 samples, and then we'll decide if you continue working here or not." And yeah, I did. I wrote those 2 articles for them. I showed them. They were like, "Okay, girl, you're on board." And I'm like, "Okay, there we go. This is my first job." And after that, I worked. Like, I worked for a year there. I was working from home because, yeah, there was nothing much to do, go in person in the company. I was working from home. They actually gave me a spare laptop they had. They were like, "Okay, you can write it properly." And I remember I bought this gift for my mama with my first salary, and then after saving for a few months, I purchased a guitar for myself because I love music. I have loved music since I was in grade 2, and I really wanted a guitar for so long, but again, it wasn't possible. So yeah, the first thing I bought for myself with my own salary was a guitar, and I'll show you the picture of it. I was so happy, I was so proud. All well and good, but then it's like grade 12 was already done. I think my exams were online because it was still COVID going on. And after grade 12 what was done, I was confused, like, what do I do? Because the money I saved, it wasn't enough. And then it's like it was possible for me to study in my own town with, again, loans and stuff, but I just didn't want to, cause I actually took admission in this one college. I was pursuing bachelor's of computer application something. It's not engineering, because engineering colleges are crazy expensive. And the thing is, for me, even if I had, worked super hard to give competitive exams and stuff, and could have opted for this other government college in some other town, again, even if I would have won a scholarship in India where the government covers everything related to fees and stuff, but living cost is different, like hostel fees, my food, my transport, blah blah blah. I knew that, again, all these things I won't be able to cover up unless I decide to get a loan. But again, I did not want to get a loan because I've seen my father in debt, and that's something I don't want to be in for my rest of the life. So I thought, and this other day randomly I was watching a video on YouTube where I saw the girl, her name is Sanjana, and she actually is in Korea. She's pursuing her master's there. She already graduated, I guess, but this was back in 2021. Yeah, 2021. I saw her videos where she said like she's studying for free in Korea, and I was like, okay, how's that possible? I would like to go to some other country as well. So from there I started getting to know about different scholarships and stuff, and then I was like, okay, maybe this is something I could give it a try. And so I told my mom, I'm going to try something, please allow me. And she's like, okay. It was really just this brief. I did not explain what I'm doing, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do. I was just like, I'm trying something, please give me time, a year, and I'll make you proud. And the thing is, my parents, they trust me. Even my father allowed me, even my mother allowed me. For 2 years I was at home, like just at home. But again, it's like when I started to research more about these scholarships and get to know more about them, I realized that even if the scholarships, they are free and I get everything for free when I win one, there are still some hidden charges when it comes to application. Like I tried Japan Mixed, I tried GKS Korea, I tried Hungary, I tried Turkey, Brunei, and then Indonesia and Thailand. I tried everything. And when it comes to GKS, it's crazy expensive, and I actually paid for all those expenses. But let's wait, it's coming ahead. Let's go with the flow, the full story. So the first scholarship that I decided to apply was Japan Mixed. And I knew that if I am to apply for all these scholarships, I need money, because there are hidden expenses like IELTS. Then for Japan Mixed, I had to go to Mumbai to write the exam, and a whole lot of things. So I was like, this job I'm doing, it's not enough. So I decided to look for new writing jobs. I actually found one. It was in Bangalore, but thankfully I was able to work from home. And from there I started writing a lot of articles, and I started earning, I started saving. And with time I had enough for me to go to Mumbai and give exam for Japan Mixed. I remember, I think I gave exam for Japan Mixed in June 2022. I was so happy when I received the email that you have cleared the first round. Like just like KNB, all the other scholarships have stages. Like Japan had application stage. They read your application, you have to answer questions, and then they see if you are worthy enough to take the exam or no. So application stage, then there's exam stage where you have to go to particular exam centers. Mine was in Mumbai. And after the exam they take the interview, and after the interview they decide if you are being awarded with the scholarship or no. So Japan, I tried in June 2022. I wrote the exam, I went to Mumbai, and I did not qualify the exam. It was like, Japan Mix is tough. It's like 50 of us were in the whole hall, and then after writing the exam, the person from the embassy, she just read 3 names, and she was like, rest of you go out, I'm sorry you didn't make it. I was disappointed, of course, but I was also happy and proud that at least I made it to this point, because there were people who were trying for the second time, the third time, the fourth time. So I had this slight feeling that okay, at least I'm worthy enough for this. Then after Japan Mixed, I applied for Hungary. And Hungary, the application is not that tough. It's just you send documents. And I remember Hungary, I wasn't able to make like up to first round. It's very competitive, but it's okay. Then time came for GKS Korea, because the applications are out in September or something. And actually for GKS I was very skeptical and not sure if I should be applying for it, because for GKS they ask you to apostille the documents and then send it to the embassy or straight to the university. And when it comes to apostilling documents, it's so expensive, like 3000 INR per document. And so I looked at my bank account, I was like, okay. And then it's like, again, I would never ask my parents for money. So I started looking for jobs again, and thankfully I found this one job where it was very hectic. It was again writing, but I was able to earn enough in 1 month, and for that 1 month I used to work the whole day. I used to work whole night just writing articles, because it was a like bulk order and had to complete it in the given time. So I was like, okay, let me write 10 articles, 10 articles, the money in my account. And so doing this, I had more than enough in my account to just go try for GKS, pay for all the documentation and stuff. And I was again thinking like, shall I go for it, because this is too much money? But then it came to my mind, okay Mansi, maybe the universe wants you to try for it, because why would you find a job so suddenly and then all the money you want is there in your account? So I was like, okay, let me just give it a try. Risk is important. You've been risking everything for so long. But yeah, I tried. And GKS, it cost me like 60,000 INR in total. I did not apply through Embassy Track, because Embassy Track is, very competitive. I applied straight to a university. I think I forgot the name. It was in Busan or something. I applied to that university. I sent my documents there. Again, sending documents to a country abroad, it's expensive again. So I spent 60,000 INR on just this application, and I was eagerly waiting. So I passed first round. I passed the second round, which is like screening and all. Then they called me for the interview. I was like, okay, I made it till the interview. I gave the interview, everything was good. I was so happy that okay, now I'll be in Korea. I was 90% sure that maybe I'll be in Korea, but I did not pass the interview. But it's okay. I still had hopes, because Turkey scholarship was there, KNB was there, and Thailand other scholarships were there again. But it's like I was so close, but then I wasn't able to make it. But it's like the fact that I was able to appear for an interview for GKS, it made me feel like, okay, maybe Japan I passed one round, GKS I passed two. If I am able to go this ahead in these two super competitive scholarships, maybe I can try a bit harder and then actually be where I really wanted to. So I did not lose hope. GKS was just like a push for me that, girl, if you did this, you can do this as well. So I tried. I applied for Turkey again. It's like I applied for Turkey, I applied for KNB, and then again I applied for Brunei. And this all continued until 2003. Like I applied for Turkey, KNB and Brunei in January or February 2023. And by this time my motivation or my hopes were all fading away, because it's already been 2 years. All my friends and all, they are in second year of their college and schools. I actually cut off from everyone, like, because whenever I used to be with friends, they'd be like, oh Mansi, what are you doing, Mansi? And I didn't really feel good, because circumstances were not in my favor back then. And so I isolated myself. Like I was in complete isolation. I never used to go out. I never really did go out with friends. I am a social person, but no. So I never used to go out. I just had this one friend of mine, my best friend, whom I used to talk sometimes on phone, because she was in Mumbai. She was pursuing her bachelor's and all. And then also I started I have this thing that I don't only work for money, I also want to do something good for people. So starting from 2022, I joined this voluntary work in Pune. Like it wasn't in person. I was volunteering online, but it was for education. So I'm really passionate about education, education for kids and for people. So I started volunteering there. After that, even in January or March 2023, I applied for this another workshop conducted by UNESCO FCU, and I got in there. It was like 50 of us from the whole world were selected, and they gave us training related to leadership and how you can advocate for different problems happening in your society and blah blah blah. And that workshop lasted for a month or so, and after that workshop ended, it's like I already applied for other scholarships, so I didn't have anything to do. I stopped working because it was draining for me. I worked a lot, so it was draining. So this was all empty time I had. And so um, they, after the workshop was done, they asked for project proposals, and we had to propose projects, and they would give us the funds to actually initiate it. And if you know from my Instagram, I'm the founder of Sondaria TV, and that's the project I proposed to UNESCO FCU and BGBG initiative, and I actually won. Like, it was 10 of us who won the grant and received mentorship and money to execute the project. And this is a whole another story. I was still working on Sondaria even after I came to Indonesia, and I'll maybe some other day I'll tell you this story. But again, in June 2023, I was called for interview from KNB. Actually, before I was called for interview from KNB, I already received rejection emails from uh, Turkey. I received a rejection email from Brunei, and Thailand one was still remaining. So it's like my hopes were already fading away. It's like KNB was the only hope I had, because Thailand one, it was like it wasn't fully funded, and I was not sure if I would be able to survive if I don't have the full money that I need. So the I I still remember the day when I had interview for KNB. I was all dressed up. I sat in front of the camera. I spoke. I said everything, like everything that was asked, and it was like I was given confirmation by Buningrum and others in the interview that we want you here, you are gonna win, we want you here. So it's like I don't clearly remember, but that day was seriously something for me, because I gave interview on 2nd July, and I was all happy. I think I have a video of me recording myself after the interview was done. And then on 5th July, I received call from Buningrum saying, Mansi, so congratulations, we really like your application, and we are happy to say that you will be receiving the KND scholarship at our university, Universitas Wijayakusuma. So please give me confirmation if you will be able to come to Indonesia, or you would like to cancel this. I was like, I will. I've been waiting. I'm like, yes, I'm in. Yes, I'm taking the scholarship. I won't opt out. And she was like, okay, thank you, Mansi. See you in Indonesia. And that moment, I was thrilled. I was like, okay. I went to my mom. She was cleaning dishes, and I went to my mom and I was like, Mommy, mana scholarship भेटली. I mean, this is in my language, which is like, Mom, I got the scholarship. And she was cleaning, and she's like, huh? And then it's like my father was at home same day. Then my mom and me went to my father. My father came in the kitchen. I think he heard something, and I told my father, Papa, I got the scholarship in Indonesia. It's like full funded, and I'll pursue my bachelor's in computer science there. And my father started crying. It's the first time I saw my father crying. It's like, it was the moment can never forget, because it was the first time I ever saw my father crying. My mom was so happy. My mom called like my grandmother, my grandfather, saying that Mansi is gonna go now. Yeah, that was something they were sad about, that she's gonna go, but again they were so proud. I went to my grandma's house, I asked for blessings, and then my father cried again in front of his mom. And then luckily my aunt, who, like, it's like my father has two siblings, my aunt and my uncle. So my aunt was there as well. She lives in another city, but her husband, her kids, it's like my full family was there somehow that day. I don't know, it's just a coincidence. And this big news, it was just like we were able to share with everyone then and there. And yeah, it was really a great moment, you know. But I got this news on 5th July, and I started shopping. I started shopping, and I had this slight fear in my mind, because the main result is announced in August something, August or July. And I was like, what if I don't, make it in the main list? But I was trying to console myself again, like, Mansi, shut up, don't think like this. So it's okay, everything good. The main list came. I was, actually an awardee. And yeah, just things happen. Here I am now. It's been a year. It's been more than a year, and just look at my life. It's like when I was trying for all these scholarships, there used to be nights when I just go to the rooftop of my house and just stare in the skies, and then I would see aeroplanes, and I would wish that one day for sure I'll be in there. And it's like people wish on shooting stars. I used to wish on flying aeroplanes, and yeah, my dream came true. I'm here, and all I want to say to you guys is that don't give up. It's like it takes time. I know it gets very tiring, but just don't give up. Have big dreams, For me, I might look like a person who has it all figured out, but honestly, I don't. I don't really have everything figured out, and nobody really does. But I remember once, like, when I was in grade 11, my teacher asked me, like, Mansi, what's your dream? I was like, I don't really know. And that's when she said me, it's okay, Mansi, but make sure you dream big, like aim for something really big. And since that day, I was like, yeah. And honestly, all this was possible because of these, like, supportive people and kind people in my life. Firstly, if my parents were not there, I wouldn't have been here. If they had not trusted me, it would have been game over by then. Also, then on each step of my life, I had people who, just supported me. Because honestly, back in the elite school, I was literally no one. Because yeah, I had not that of a great experience. Because really, if I am somebody who comes from a really poor family background, obviously I won't fit in there. But again, I had a teacher there who was always with me, who would be like, Mansi, you know you are really bright, you really have a great future. And yeah, it was just those little moments which made me not lose hope. And then after that, I remember in Kendriya Vidyalaya, I had really great principal. I mean, the principal of our school, he was really amazing. He always used to motivate. I used to have silly questions related to parallel world and astronomy and astrology and blah blah blah. I used to always go talk to him like, sir, what if this happens? Sir, what is difference between soul and a spirit? And then he used to sit and actually explain everything to me. And when I was applying for all these scholarships and stuff, he was the one who wrote like not wrote but actually signed for the recommendation letters for me. He was there. My computer science teacher was there. They actually saw me going back and forth to schools, bringing letters and asking them for signs and stuff. And yeah, they never really once said like, what are you doing, Mansi, just give up, look at your friends. They were always there. Like my computer science teacher, he was always like, I know you will do something big one day. For my principal sir, he also was like, Mansi, I really want to see you do something great. And yeah, it was just their, motivation, their blessings that brought me here. And yeah, this is a part of my story. So this is for you. I just want to say that, guys, don't let your financial situation define your dreams. Even though you are struggling right now, even if you are in a very tough spot, don't go or don't settle for mediocre things. Aim high. I know it's going to be tough, but one day you definitely will be here. And it's okay if you fail. I failed so many times. Just think of all the scholarships I told you about. So it's okay if you fail, just don't give up. And also, where there is a will, there is a way, they say. So I had this will of actually coming abroad and studying. So the universe found me a way, even though it was difficult. I worked a lot, and it's like from the past 2 years I've been so lazy, but now I won't be, because when I was young I worked a lot. But yeah, it's just that universe will send you options, and you just have to pick one and just keep going. Don't go for easy things. That's all I want to say. And I'm out of breath now, but hope this video helps if you are struggling. And yeah, I'm running out of words. It's just that I hope you achieve your dreams. I hope you make your parents proud, and I hope you stay happy. Bye bye.